Good night and welcome to Dr. Strangelove Retro Gaming Podcast, the place where you can enjoy the retro gaming stuff and retro games. You know that you can subscribe on the YouTube channels. You can also check out spinecard.com forum. And I'm happy to introduce you to our special guest today. One of the special guests is Dion Dakis. Dion, welcome here, and thank you to attend the podcast.
Thank you for having me. Talk and say hi to everyone. Say hi to all the listeners that are tuning in, and hopefully I can answer some questions because I know there's a lot of strange things going on, and of course with that you have a lot of people that want to jump in without knowing all the full details, and then they make up their own conclusions. So hopefully we can clear this up for everyone.
Yeah, sure we can do. Well, nice tie, nice one, Dion.
Thank you.
Saturnino, thank you for coming. How are you today?
Muy buenas noches a todos. Tradúcelo porque yo de inglés.
Well, good night for everyone. Solid Snake, how are you, man?
Hi, Mr. Dr. Strangelove. We're fine in Madrid. How to have a great podcast tonight?
We hope so. We hope so. And at least, but at the end, not least, we have VirtuaNEStor here.
Hi to everyone. Hi to everyone. Hi, Dion. I wanna first apologize about my horrible English, and have a less. I am very excited to talk with you and with Dion and to have some clear conclusions about Metal Slug ASOF, no? ASOF. Yes, of course.
VirtuaNEStor, the guy that was fueling the bonfire, but hope this is not happening today. So, well, before starting the podcast, you know that you have a chat. You can request any question you might have. We'll try to take care of your questions. We'll, pass through these questions to Dion. Okay, so don't be shy. And you know that, of course, you can follow us on live and also in ebox.com where you can download the MP3 file. Okay, so the story starts 2 weeks ago when you, Dion, you post in your NGA Facebook account, a big pack of Neo Geo games. And on top of that was a Japanese Metal Slug. And you tried to sell it, you announced the price, an open bidding start. But it turns out that some people started to claim that the Metal Slug was a fake. Specifically, that the manual was a fake copy from NSA. So I want you, Dion, to explain to everybody which is the story behind all these facts and what happened, and from the beginning to the end. So what is the origin of the story?
Well, people seem to forget how everything starts, and people make up their own rumors, and that becomes a truth based on one little misinformation. I wasn't selling a Metal Slug Japanese per se. What happened was there was a big shipment that a collector was selling out, and I purchased all his games, and we're talking big money, maybe let's say roughly about $50,000. So there was hundreds of games, high-end games, including Metal Slug 4, Metal Slug 5, Real Bout Special, Viewpoint, Windjammers, and of course, there was a Metal Slug 1 Japanese in there. And when I posted everything for sale, we put prices, and everyone started going very, very crazy. There was a lot of excitement going on. And then I was starting to show pictures because people want to ask, especially for games that are more value, they want to see more pictures of the condition. So in my haste, and I was also excited, I started taking many pictures. And when I posted, when I was taking the pictures of the Metal Slug, I laid out a certificate because we do offer an authentication service. So I laid down the certificate with it and I snapped the pictures. And I didn't really inspect everything. I looked everything very fastly once, looked everything, but not very closely. But I knew who it was coming from. I knew who the owner was, and he was a very good collector. So I didn't really pay much attention to it. And before I know it, people just started jumping in, attacking, which is usually the way with the people that don't know how to handle themselves properly. If they can't say anything, they just want to say bad things. So people started attacking. Now, Juan also, that's in this interview, this podcast, Juan was telling me, at least a little more nicely, he was saying it was a reproduction. And if people I know, because anything I do or NGF does, me or Chris, people just love to save screenshots, and I don't know why, but thank God they did, because if you see my Juan, I even said, very nice, I said, what is your reasoning? Tell me what to look for. And then Juan was telling me, and then I said, well, I looked at the manual, I looked through it, because we always say, we don't just look at the covers, we look at everything. But I didn't look at everything closely because I was answering hundreds and hundreds of emails, talking with people on the telephone, and of course I still have my own life. But as people started attacking that particular game, I actually said I took it as they were attacking just the usual NGF or Chris or myself. So I just thought it was the same little children playing the same silly games, attacking, and eventually, I acted the same way. I got pushed, and then more emotion I used, and less wasn't rational. And then I just started, okay, because honestly, I didn't think I could have been fooled. We consider ourselves experts, and I basically was fooled by this manual. This manual was a very, very beautiful manual, very well done. After I spoke with Juan and other people, them privately, I looked very carefully at what was going on and what I was supposed to notice that I didn't notice. And that's my fault. That's my mistake. I made a mistake, and like I said, I didn't want to jump too soon. I didn't want to just say it's fake it automatically just because people told me. We took the time to really talk with everyone and really inspect it. And we came to the conclusion that manual was actually an aftermarket production. Like I said, it was very well done, and I've never seen one before.
Dion, let me ask you some questions just for general understanding. So I understand from your speech that you were not reselling the pack. So you acquire the games. That's right. So you directly acquire games. Okay. So you have a verification company. So you're taking care to say this game is fake and this is not fake. So how is the process? So which is the process that you follow to authentify a manual or an insert or a sticker? Which is the process that you follow?
Well, like anyone else, you would look at the insert carefully, look at the paper, look at the fine print, usually, with like a magnifying, or what they call a loop. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that expression in Spain, but it's like what a jeweler would use to look at fine diamonds. And, you look at the sticker of the cartridge. If you have to, you look, you inspect the boards, make sure everything is authentic SNK part boards and the chips are real chips. And we don't just basically look at inside the pages. And that's how we would go about doing that authentication service. And like I said before with this Metal Slug, take the time to look carefully. It was just in the initial excitement, I had placed the certificate of authenticity right next to it. I based my judgment solely on my first glance and by who the previous owner was. And that's how everything got started. But I did put my foot in my mouth after that. Like I said, I didn't know what I was looking at. And then when it was the first time I saw this something like this. And I made the mistake, but we corrected it. It came publicly and said the manual is fake. So I didn't really see what the big deal was.
Why did you delete or erase all the comments pointing out that the manual was a fake one?
Okay, this is something that seems to upset people that just still don't know how business is done. When someone just comes out with no proof, no evidence, and just says something derogatory, that's basically called slander. Now, I don't care if they're slandering you or if they're slandering someone else. They could have slandered the previous owner. I would have still deleted those posts. So people were trying to start slandering me, and they're basing it. These are the photos that I provided with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fucking asshole. Like, if you guys are going to start slandering, I'm not going to just play the game. I just delete it. Yeah. That's how it is. I still don't see why people find that so hard to believe. If someone wants to slander me to my face, we can have a conversation. When I spoke with Juan, we speak on the telephone. We can have a debate and argue, and then he could tell me. But I don't want people just to go out there and slander anyone, not just me. So they could be saying, "Oh, the other seller, that's not fair to the previous owner. Can't say he knew and he scammed anyone." Then it starts to make a whole little problem with people calling each other names, or they're going to call each other, "You're a Muslim," or "You're a Catholic," or "You're gay." It has no business being in this debate. So anytime I see a post like that, again, that's how that works.
So, VirtuaNEStor, what about your story?
My story.
How did you find out that something was wrong with the game?
I will try to explain. I will try to explain with my English, and the first thing that I want to say is that everybody knows that I am a person who hate the conversions, hate the repros, hate the fake items in video games. I am a person who fight against these repros and this material. And first of all, second, I wanna say that Dion explained that he have one mistake. One mistake that is don't look carefully the manual and the item that he bought from this seller. But I think that the real mistake of Dion is not this. Is to erase all the comments, to don't take care about the people who try to convince her or to convince him and to explain him why this manual is wrong, and the censorship. This censorship was the big mistake of Dion, and with this mistake, Dion converts this thing in very big bubble, who explode in this situation, and the people don't like this. More in internet, internet is one place that you can't censorship nothing. You can't delay the commentaries because everybody can recuperate the commentaries and put it again. And I think that this is the real mistake of Dion. But I think that he make a great Agria did when he apologized. This was great.
But Virtua, sorry. So I think that here that everybody is hating about that Dion erase and delete the comments and all this stuff. But I think that here it's relevant to point out that Dion, when he's trying to sell something, everybody is going versus the stuff and saying that it's fake. And I think it's every single time, Dion. I don't know if it's true, but perhaps this is the reason for your reaction.
Well, listen. Like I said, people are making comments, and which without any evidence, they were just assuming. Now, let's say everyone was saying that manual was fake. In this particular case, the Metal Slug. Let's say they were saying it was fake, and and then we proved it to be real. Everyone gonna say, are they going to say they're sorry? Are they going to post a million replies saying they're sorry? Comment? No, they won't, because they're a bunch of little people that stay in their rooms that probably don't have windows. They just want to make a fight. So, yeah, I said, if someone has something, just a blatant negative thing to say, it's my right to delete it. It says that page is not there to create a fight. That page was there to share information of Neo Geo, not to call each other names, not to call the previous seller a scammer, not to call someone a Muslim, not to call someone a Christian, not to make fun of someone because they're Spanish. They started attacking me because I'm Greek. I'm not going to allow it. So if I see negative comments, they will be deleted. I don't understand. I didn't delete the other posts that people were arguing. Now, like I said, when me and Juan were going at it in the beginning, he said it in a nice way. Even though he said it was a fake, I asked him, what are the reasonings? Because I wanted to learn. You're never too old to learn. So me and him had the discussion on the Facebook page peacefully. But then once everyone started just saying the same nonsense, I just deleted the post. And when I delete the main post, everything left. So, like I didn't want to have people. And like I said, they were making their assumptions based on the photos that I provided. These are my.
So when you realized that something was wrong with the game, because first time you were pretty sure that the game was legit, but the other day I think that the Facebook account was switched off, something like that, and then you post that the game was a fake copy regarding manual. So when you realize that, oh my God, this game is fake, so
well,
how this happened?
Once the initial excitement had calmed down, because I said I was receiving hundreds of messages, so I had to deal with everything one at a time, and I had to get orders shipped out. We already had about another alone. I probably had $20,000 worth of orders to fill and send out. So that was my priority. The Metal Slug would have never went anywhere. I mean, after I posted the new photos, the bidding went 3,500 because of the condition. But then once I posted the newer photos, it started climbing, went to 4,000, 5,000, eventually 7,000. Now, if I wanted to have been a jerk, I could have just still sold it and got, we're honest, I'm honest. Everyone knows who I am. I've been around for 20 years. I don't use screen names. I'm going to meet everyone. And so once the initial excitement went of all the other games are shipped out, and when people started telling me what to look for, even then, I still don't just declare it real or not real. We have to still take our time then and look carefully. And then I would say it might have been a time when we started really, everyone, I won't name who, but I'll name Chris, my partner, from Neo Geo Freak. we were speaking, and we were all having the same conversation as I am with you, with other people, and really looking carefully at what it is, what we don't think we had. We looked carefully, and the game went around. I actually sent it to Chris. We overnighted it to him. He looked at it, so we all had. He knew exactly what I was looking at, and he said, "This is a beautiful manual." Now, that being said, people started saying it was this company or that company. If you look at any of my posts, I never said it was this company or that company, because that's not what I do. I don't slander people. As I said, when people started slandering me or NGF or the previous owner, anyone can do that. But if you're a gentleman, you're not going to slander. You just give your point. So I don't know where this manual came from. I don't know if it came from France, Italy, or Spain. But by the time the weekend after I sent it to Chris and we looked carefully at it, then we realized there was some discrepancies with the manual. It took us days on end to understand it. It's just that when I had the time to look, I sent it to Chris, then he had the time to look, and then we made our announcement. The game is that manual is a reproduction, but the insert, the cartridge, the boards, the chips, those are all original.
Okay. So I suppose that when you realized that the game, well, not the game, the manual was fake, so you called the previous owner. So which was his reaction against this discovery?
When I told him about it,
Yeah.
his reaction was just going to be what more than likely what anyone say. He said he didn't know. He said he was fooled. Now what people don't seem to understand is this Metal Slug is 21-year-old game. It's not unlikely that back in 1996, especially in Japan, someone played that game, they used that manual, they looked through it, maybe it got destroyed, lost, whatever, and it might have been eventually someone bought it and then someone found another manual somewhere else online. So he said he purchased it, and that's the way it came. And when he purchased it, since he's a collector, he didn't really look into the manual. He just left it as is, and he had the games on his shelf, which is what a lot of people do. So I didn't want to mention his name or badmouth him. He said he didn't know, and I have to take his word for it.
One of the things that I wanna discuss here all together with you, VirtuaNEStor and Solid Snake, is that regarding the VirtuaNEStor statement about the fake manual, he claimed that the manual was miscut and there were no lines between the bricks. So he compared your manual with an original picture of an original manual. What I said at that time was like, okay, you have compared the manual with only one original manual. So there are, I don't know, 5,000 copies of Metal Slug out there. So perhaps there are a lot of copies that has misprinting, has bad stapling, or maybe I don't know. So Dion, my question to you is: have you noted variations or difference between manuals and stickers between games?
Well, there are some. With this particular one, the Metal Slug, people started saying there's a missing line on the brick.
Yeah, missing line.
Yeah, and I said, no, it's not. It's there. It's actually there, but it's on the
back.
And that's why we said we don't know who made this manual. Now, those other manuals that had come from France, it's missing the brick line completely. There's 2 brick lines that are missing. This manual has 1 brick line missing. So now, that's why I said I don't know where it comes from. Now, regarding your question about S&K and their packaging, S&K was all over the place. They really had no quality control. That can be seen with some of their games where they put a English sticker over a Japanese sticker. Or if you open up a Kazoo Encounter, I should say Super Tag Battle, or even the, let's say the MVS cartridges, SNK didn't even remove it had Savage Rain chips and Kazuna chips. So SNK was all over the place with their quality. And I've seen manuals, and I have in my possession Twinkle Star Sprites. It's an original official manual that came with the Twinkle Star Sprites from Japan, from SNK directly, and it's a black and white photocopy. And they just decided to plaque a photocopy. And I kept that myself as an oddity. So SNK, you never really can explain their quality control. That being said, they have different production on games, and sometimes could be insert, maybe how it's cut. There maybe annual. Another key thing to look at is some of the original boxes cut with the plastic coming really low, and the insert can get damaged at the top. Some of them are a tall box, and even with the newer snap block cases, you can see the different plastic on the cover, the clear plastic. So it's very hard to judge these things. You know,
Why did you never open the cartridge and show the PCB to prove that the game was for real, was legit?
Because we were saving that for the live cast.
You were waiting for a podcast.
We're waiting. That was a beautiful segue into now talking about this.
Okay.
So, who was all? I know I have one email. I don't know who else is.
No se oye muy bien, Oriol.
Yeah, but, Dion, I think that your connection is not pretty good because we are not hearing you quite well. It's cutting the voice off like every 3 or 4 seconds.
Can you hear me now? Is it
Yeah.
better?
Yeah.
I was saying we were saving these pictures for the live podcast. Now I have
You have.
one email. I don't know who else is part of your team. Wants to see the photo live.
No se oye nada, Y creo que está enseñando las fotos o algo, pero no se oye nada, Se oye muy mal.
Am I only going to send you the 2?
Okay, so yeah, for everybody, so Dion is sending the original PCB pictures to me and to VirtuaNEStor, and we'll post that photos on live. I don't know how, but I hope that I can do that.
Okay.
Facebook. Like I said, we held these back.
Dion, you have horrible connection. You know, I can't hear. I can hear nothing. It's very bad connection you have.
Okay. The voice is going and coming and going. So
maybe more slowly.
Yeah.
Or when I'm looking at my computer, maybe it doesn't pick up.
Maybe you are sending the pictures and this is the problem, you know. Let's see. I am waiting for the pictures. I'm still waiting from.
Okay.
Perhaps you should switch off the camera and we will hear you better.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Let me see. No, I think maybe I need to speak more slow into the connection. Maybe that's what it is. Or if there is background noise here, it cuts off the sound.
Now I'm hearing you quite well.
No, I think maybe there was too much background noise when I was typing. Or maybe in general.
Bueno, una cosa que quiero decir, aprovechar este momento mientras Dion está mandando las placas y también para que nos oigan en castellano o en español la gente que nos está escuchando, y así le puedes traducir a Dion y así hacemos un poco esto un poco más también para la gente que nos está escuchando en España. De lo que hemos escuchado a Dion, yo destacaría dos cosas. Una, en primer lugar, que la gente quizás se ha vuelto un poco loca, pero hay que entender también que el único que estaba vendiendo material en ese momento era Dion. Es decir, estaba vendiendo material públicamente y estaba vendiendo material que era 100% falso, porque son fallos que yo no he comprobado los 5.000 Metal Slugs, pero he de decir que son fallos que ya la comunidad tiene claros sobre ese manual. Es decir, la comunidad ya sabe que ese manual es falso y qué fallos tiene y qué fallos no tiene. Entonces eso está requete visto. Es una cosa que es evidente ya para casi el 100% de la gente que está metida de lleno en el mundillo. Por tanto,
vale,
la persona
para ahí que traduzco.
Sí.
So Dion, VirtuaNEStor is pointing out that, you know, people went crazy because the lack of breaks and the miscut on the manual are, you know, very well-known characteristics of the fake manuals and the reproductions. And you know, in VirtuaNEStor opinion, that's the real reason why people went crazy and started to, you know, say bad things about you, because, you know, it's not what VirtuaNEStor is saying, that it's not a minor detail. You know, this kind of you know, major details about the breaks, about the miscut is, you know, well known for every single collector in this scene. That's what it's saying.
Sí, aparte quiero que concretes una cosa. Es decir, no solo que sea un error desconocido, sino que la gente la encendió el hecho de que Dion no dejase la puerta abierta a una comprobación más fehaciente de lo que es el ítem. Lo que venía diciendo Dion en esos momentos o en esos días era que estaba claso cerrado, empezando a anular comentarios, y tú como persona pública, como es Dion, una persona pública, y no puede hacer eso. Dion se tiene que limitar a decir, vale, recogemos las críticas, borramos los comentarios y vamos a estudiar detenidamente el asunto. Yo creo que Dion también, la actitud de él en ese sentido, pues ha ido encendiendo más aún a la gente.
Okay, Dion, could you please reply the first statement of VirtuaNEStor about these are the, you know, quite well-known details of the fake copies?
Well,
you were acquainted of that matter?
No. See, that's not accurate. I jumped on it just based on the fact that they said the brick lines were missing. What I showed, everyone said there's no brick lines. I said, yes, there is. It's on the back of the crease, the back of the fold. What they know of is the manuals that came, I guess, allegedly from France, that have no brick lines. So this one that I showed has one brick line. So the people were already wrong about that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it has one or the other, that doesn't mean, see, what's happening now is, just like you said, that everyone thinks about the brick lines, that it's so well known. Well, maybe someone now is going to make a new manual that's going to fix that. They're going to correct that and have both brick lines there. So they can't judge something just by the photo and just by looking at a brick line. Because I guarantee you there's going to be a new fake manual, a new reproduction that's going to have the new brick lines. So just because these people think, oh, it didn't have it, makes it a fake, are they now going to say, if they see another fake manual that has the new brick lines, then they're going to think it's real? No, that's not how you do it. You have to take your time and look properly. That's the right way to do things. You don't just jump to conclusions. You take your time.
Virtua, ¿lo traduces?
Sí, bueno, que dice que básicamente lo que si he entendido bien, que no tienes que llegar a una conclusión tan rápido de que un manual fuese fake, sino que las líneas estaban ahí, se mostraban un poco más a la izquierda, pero que las líneas estaban ahí y que tampoco se puede llegar a una conclusión tan rápida cuando miras un manual y cuando eso. Lo que pasa es que la conclusión rápida ha sido él el que ha llegado a la conclusión rápida. Él ha sido el que ha dicho en Facebook que el caso estaba cerrado y que no había nada más que discutir. Y eso fue lo que encendió a la gente, no el hecho de que él se equivocase, de que lo pusiese, de que no lo pusiese. El hecho de que estuviese vendiendo un Metal Slug o estuviese en subasta un Metal Slug falso y que la gente se lo dijese por unos fallos que eran evidentes, que son evidentes para la comunidad en todo este tiempo, y que él ha sido él específicamente el que no ha tomado el tiempo y de hecho lo ha reconocido al principio. Pero bueno, no nos vamos a centrar en esto, pero que de hecho tengo las fotos que ha mandado Dion ahora mismo y las estoy viendo.
¿Puedes postearlas? A ver si
Las voy a
puedes.
subir. Justo me las estoy descargando yo para subirlas ahora al
Vale,
foro.
a ver si que la gente las pueda ver.
Exactamente.
Okay, Dion, so I want to ask you some more questions about the Metal Slug quest for the truth case. It's a funny title. So why do you think, it's a general question about, why do you think that when you are trying to sell something, everybody is hating you almost from the NeoGeo.com community? So fake or real, you are on the target every single time. So how is that?
No, that's not true. When I made the first post, we had $20,000 of sales in the first week. It wasn't until Juan made his mistake and then he made a post on NeoGeo.com with a false accusation saying I'm selling the Metal Slug fake. That's how these things happen. It takes one person to make a dumb post and then everyone listens to it.
VirtuaNEStor was the author of the post in NeoGeo.com. That's true.
Yeah, so I don't know why Juan did that. He could have said selling them, but see, again, that's not what this was all about. This was a big shipment of 100 games. As I said, in the first week there was over $20,000 worth of orders. So no, everyone buys from us. Everyone, as soon as if I make a post right now, there will be 100. You have no idea how many messages I get.
Yeah.
So this happened, and people are forgetting the games that have been sold: King of Fighters 2000, Real Bout Special, Viewpoint, Windjammers, Ninja Masters. But now the focus is a manual. Can you understand how silly, really not silly, how kind of pathetic it is that from basically $100,000 worth of games, people are focusing on one manual? I could take that manual and throw it away. I could still sell the game. It's an original game. Big deal, it came with a fucking fake manual. That's the thing. People are so wrapped up into anything that someone does online. When they can't do it, they just like to create a scene.
A lot of people in NeoGeo.com and also in Spinecard.com is claiming that this issue has directly decreased your reputation as a seller. What do you say about that?
I don't see how is this different than the past 20 years. These people have been talking about NGF. These people have been talking about Neo Geo Freak for 20 years. This hasn't done anything. This really just showcases more people how pathetic some people are to focus on one little item. Like I said, this post, all this was about a big restock. And if anything, people should realize how much more professional we are now. I never badmouthed the original owner. I never publicly said, oh, he was scammed. Have easily made the sale for $7,000, but no, I did the right thing and said this is a fake. I said, if anything, this has given us more credibility, and people see that we're more honest, and we're only human. We made a mistake, but we were both. I was man enough to make a public apology. So I think this has been probably the best thing that happened to us in a long time. You have to remember, we left this scene a long time ago. It's been 10 years, Fighters 2000. It's been 15 years since the last game the Neo Geo had made. I mean, the Neo Geo is a done system. We were talked about as being so bad. So with this happening and people seeing that we admit we came clean, and not that we came clean, we could have easily taken that money, but I said no. I mean, it was no good. So this is probably the best thing that could happen. It showed everyone how honest NGF is and how serious we look at everything, and we try to do the best for all the fans out there. So I think this has been a great thing.
Yeah, you know, the Occam Razor, that is, you know, the simplest explanation is
Yes.
the more realistic one. So yeah, a lot of people against, you know, the accusation of scamming I think is a simple thing to say, that why do you want to show a picture, detailed picture of the manual sticker and the cartridge if you want to scam people? That's for sure, I think.
Exactly. And it's not just that. Everyone that plays around on the internet, they use, you know, they're hiding behind a fake picture or like a little avatar. They use different names. Everyone knows who I am. I meet people everywhere. I use my real name everywhere. My phone number is public. I answer emails. And like you said, it's Occam's razor. Took so many pictures of everything, and if I was scamming, I wouldn't have done that. If I was scamming, or if NGF was scamming, we would have continued with the sale. But we said this was after taking the time. See, we didn't jump to conclusions. We took the time to say the right thing. The manual was a reproduction. We ended that particular sale. But to tell you the truth, there's more people that want this game now because of what it is, and we labeled this game the Metal Slug ASOF, and it's actually going to come with little certificate, not a certificate, another extra sticker that's going to be on the cartridge, labeling it as such, and a letter about it. Have you guys checked your email to see all the photos?
Yes, Dion, and I have bad news.
Which the news?
Bad news, and I think I need to comprove more carefully, but I think it's fake cartridge.
No, those are machine solders. Remember, you're looking at it over a photo.
Yes, but this is not only the proof that convert one cartridge in real and original cartridge. The cartridge have a lot of mistakes, a lot of handmade and hard work in the other side of the boards, and
on the back side, you mean? On the back side?
You can see properly in the front side of the board. I need to explain in Spanish because there are some so technical words, and I want that Oriol translate for me, okay?
Okay.
Sorry for that. Vamos a ver. Estoy viendo las placas que ha mandado Dio. Y tengo dos, en concreto de Metal Slug, yo conozco, o se conocen, no sé si alguien puede corregirme, la existencia de dos placas, o sea, dos cartuchos que son idénticos. Lo que pasa es que una de las placas de uno de los cartuchos tiene un color blanco y la otra es verde, blanco y verde, y las dos verdes, son las dos que se conocen. Tengo fotografías en alta resolución de las dos placas, la blanca y verde, que es la que pertenece al cartucho que es de mi colección, que tengo aquí las placas delante. De hecho, voy a intentar poner la cámara. Y vamos a ver cómo se concluye. Tradúcele esto a Dion.
So, well, VirtuaNEStor is, you know, is the owner of one of the few Metal Slug here in Spain. So he will compare your pictures with on live with his PCB right now. So what he's claiming is that although I think that the cartridge has the right chips, tiene los chips MVS, entiendo, ¿no?
Tiene los chips alterados. Estos son los chips, a ver si se puede ver, Fijaros en estos chips pequeñitos de aquí, que son efectivamente los chips originales, que son
There's some
pertenecientes.
difference between the original chips and your pictures. These small
¿A qué?
ones.
Estos son los chips. Uno de los chips, ya, una de las diferencias que más salta a la vista son esos chips originales que están en todas las fotografías, en las fotografías que tengo yo de todos los cartuchos.
Los pequeños, dices.
Efectivamente. Sí, los pequeños. Mira, busca estos chips pequeños, fíjate esta placa.
No,
¿Es esta
no
placa?
están.
No están, ¿qué están? Están unos chips grandes y alrededor de ellos aparece trabajo de hecho a mano. ¿No te fijas que hay como pegamento y hay como que están trabajados? ¿No te fijas en las fotos de Dion?
What VirtuaNEStor is saying that the small chips are lacking in your pictures, and there are some, manufacturing work out there that, so the plate, the PCB could be manipulated on that area.
Where he may remember, he could be getting confused by some of the solder that the factory does, that they solder over holes that there's no even chips there. So some of it could be the camera angle.
Yes, I will put the pictures. I will put my pictures and another original game from another collector. Okay, I will put the pictures I have in here in internet, the pictures. Okay.
So first of all, we can check the plate, the PCB out. So the original.
Sí. Voy a ponerlas ahora. Un segundo.
That's why
I mean the numeration of the plate. So let me check this out.
It does. That's why I said it doesn't matter even if we showed the board. Someone's going to just want to say something anyway. A person who does this professionally can see those are factory machine solder.
Voy a poner el link de las fotos, ¿ok? Voy a poner el link de las fotos.
It's Proc and Cha, which is your numeration, Virtua. Proc Cha.
Estoy poniendo, vais a verlo en las fotografías a alta resolución que las tengo hechas. Por favor, déjame poner el link en el chat de YouTube. Lo voy a poner el link en el chat de YouTube para que la gente pueda comprobarlo, ¿vale? Que todo el mundo pueda comprobarlo. Imágenes, noticias. Estoy aquí, Dion Dakis. Estoy escribiendo la dirección, Dion Dakis, y es placas MS. Sí, creo que. Ahí tenemos. Mierda, no me deja poner links. Voy a decirlo, la dirección de correo donde podéis ver las imágenes, ¿vale? Irlas apuntando. Es http://www.spinecar.com, ¿no? spinecar.com /imágenes /noticias.
No, Virtua, cuélgalo en el foro directamente, en un hilo.
Bueno, pues sí, las voy a colgar en el foro, vale, perfecto.
Virtua,
sí.
Yo estaba subiendo algunas fotos en el hilo del propio podcast. Sigue tú allí y así todos los oyentes pueden
efectivamente,
seguirlo.
efectivamente. De todas formas, también Dion puede verlo y él tiene su cartucho ahí en mano y puede verlo por él mismo. Vamos a ver. Perfecto. Voy a subir aquí. Vamos a ver si estoy logueado. No estoy logueado. Voy a loguearme.
So what Virtua is doing right now, he's uploading his pictures to the spinecard.com forum. Okay, Dion?
No problem. Like I said, you shouldn't be confused by how the flash is looking. Some off the solder might come back more bright and some might look dark. You should look at the levelness of the solder, the evenness, the height. Look at the flat solder and the chip solder. So, like I said, I'm not going to argue about it. This is not just inspected by me. This has gone from me to Chris to a few other well-known people that actually do this for a living. Community, and they've all said this is an official game.
So you're claiming that
y quiero decir que es solo mi opinión, ¿eh? Después ya la gente pues sacará sus conclusiones. Lo que pasa es que es solo mi opinión. Lo traduces a Dion, en eso tiene razón, es solo mi opinión, pero bueno, yo voy a dar mis argumentos y voy a...
He's pointing out that he's only his opinion about the...
Yeah, said everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm sure as soon as this gets other places, people are going to make...
Virtua, sube las dos, las de Dion y las tuyas, ¿eh?
Sí. Vale. Déjame. Es que estoy...
engineers or people that do this work very often. And I know there's people in the Neo Geo that do a lot of conversions. They can look at this themselves and see that this is not a conversion. But as I said, right now we made the mistake once. I hope we're not making a mistake again. But this one has gone through much more close inspection by not just me, but by a lot more people. And this one we have the confidence now. We're saying that insert is.
The game is already sold, Dion.
So, like I said, for us, it's not a debate anymore. We've opened up about it.
Dion, let me ask you one question. While Virtua is uploading the pictures, the game has been sold or is for sale?
It's actually, we're going to be opening up for sale in secret for your podcast. You know, we didn't, when I was talking to you by email, I told you we'll keep all these photos private. So now there's been a lot of interest. More people want this game now because now it's a part of
it's
little
legit.
bit of history. It's a conversation piece. Now people are going to say, this is the Metal Slug ASO. So there's actually a lot more interest, which is good. You know, I don't know if it's going to be
Sí, un segundo. Un segundo, ya.
Interest.
Sí, ya tengo las fotos ya las tengo colgadas. Voy a sacar la cámara de aquí, ¿no? Voy a apagarla porque ahora mismo después la encenderé si
So
tengo que enseñar
you can go to spinecard.com. ¿Están ya colgadas?
Sí, están ya colgadas. Está colgado un link para el directorio para el directorio raíz donde podéis acceder a ellas en alta resolución y también están colgadas en el foro, que el foro las ajusta de tamaño para el tamaño del foro para que no se descuadre. Por eso no están a tanta alta resolución como...
¿Dónde están? ¿No están?
¿Cómo no están? ¿Están en el hilo? Sí, están en el hilo de Dion Dakis.
So, yeah, you should go to spinecard.com and you will see in Dion, you will see if you scroll down el canal del Dr. Strangelove.
Okay.
And this is the first thread, right? Second page.
Oh, I see it.
Okay.
La cuarta...
Soli, ¿puedes indicar a la gente dónde están las fotos del público, porfa?
Se lo digo en el chat, no te preocupes.
Vale.
Bien, pues como estaba explicando, si nos vamos a la cuarta foto, no sé si Dion ya las ha encontrado. Espera, que las de Shin no me aparecen. Un segundo. Vale, que es que no le he puesto un segundo. Las de Shin me aparecen rotas porque las he puesto con el JPG en mayúsculas. Un segundo. La vamos a poner, que son fotos también del otro modelo de placa, que es el mismo, lo que pasa es que con diferente color. Vale.
Vale, creo que ya lo tenemos, que os lo hemos pegado en el chat. El público puede acceder a las fotografías. Diona, are you checking the pictures?
Yes.
Sí, efectivamente. La cuarta fotografía, que aparece el cartucho abierto con las dos placas, luego otra fotografía, luego la tercera y luego la cuarta. En la cuarta, uno de las diferencias más evidentes es esos tres chips que he marcado, que son los tres chips que nos hemos marcado, que hay dos juntitos a la derecha.
Pero
y luego
¿todas son originales, lo que has puesto aquí?
Todas son originales, sí.
Pero pon las de Dion para que la gente compare.
Ya, pero las de Dion tengo que subirlas a ver. Lo que pasa es que las de Dion no las tengo subidas. Es que Dion quedó en mandármelas hace un tiempo para yo tenerlas ya preparadas, pero no he podido tenerlas preparadas.
Virtua, mándamelas al correo y las subo yo, mientras que vosotros estáis hablando.
Vale, pues a ver.
Tienes en el...
Sí, pero es que mientras estoy hablando no puedo enviarlas. O sea, vamos a ver.
Vale.
Te voy a hacer un reenviar, ¿vale? Del correo de Dion. Dame tu email.
¿Lo tienes en el...?
No, por favor, dámelo.
¿Lo tienes en el grupo?
Ya, pero es que no...
Está en el último comentario.
Es que tengo abiertas 10.000 ventanas. Dime, bueno, lo tengo que... Claro, es que no quieres decir el email, claro.
Exacto.
Pero, vale, es que no... A ver, vale. A ver, un segundo.
No la digas.
Ponlo en el chat de Hanaus, por favor, en el chat privado. Ponlo en el chat de Hanaus.
Sí, o por WhatsApp.
Pues así copio y pego, ya te lo envío, ya te envío las fotos y las subes.
Sí.
A ver. ¿Ya los he enviado?
Sí.
Aquí no me aparece en el chat de... a ver. No lo veo, ¿eh? No me aparece en el chat de...
Estás en otro chat, entonces. Espera, a ver si es en este otro.
A ver, ahí estás escribiendo, sí, efectivamente. Pásamelo aquí. Aquí lo tengo, efectivamente. gatitacaliente69@hotmail.com, ¿no?
Te he dicho que no lo digas en online, ¿eh?
Muy bien, vale, perfecto. Vamos a ver. Para pegar. Ahí lo tengo.
Yeah, I looked at the photos. Everything's
Te
the same except
lo acabo de enviar, ¿eh?
Vale.
the one Juan is showing is using a different B board, a different character board. So I don't know what he's trying to say.
A ver, un segundo.
Ya me ha llegado.
Vale, estamos. Dion ya tiene sus propias fotos, obviamente. Y en primer lugar, in the fourth picture, ¿no? In the fourth picture. You have, tienes 3 chips, you have 3 chips, little chips, small chips, that repeats these chips in the other original pictures that you have in the last one picture. You have the same 3 little chips. You don't have handmade work in these pictures, in these boards, and you can compare these 3 chips with your picture, which have 3 chips more bigger, and with handwork around them. ¿No?
You're mistaken. It's no handwork.
Bueno,
vale,
se ve pegamento por ahí, pero bueno.
Vale. See, I could just sit here and say that to me, yours has an error. So we get nowhere looking at that. Just look at the soldering. And like I said, you have different board. Your game or wherever you found those pictures, but that is a 256 RY board. Different board.
Yeah, what I realized from the the pictures from Virtua compared to your pictures, that the board is different.
Only the character board.
Yeah, the chat 256 RY.
Yeah,
it's different because there are no little chips on that board, on your board.
De todas formas, por la parte trasera tampoco puedo verlo. Efectivamente, sí hay trabajo casero en la parte trasera, efectivamente, que se ha hecho a mano. En la parte trasera se ha hecho a mano. Os voy a decir la foto.
Is saying that he is checking that there are some handmade work in the backside of the board.
Sí, se han adaptado los chips que se han metido nuevos. Y lo podéis ver en déjame ver, 1, 2, 3, 4, en la quinta foto del foro y en la última foto y en la penúltima foto del foro, veis como la placa que están colocadas las soldaduras en vertical, veis como hay una hilera de ellas arriba y otras 2 abajo solas. Y lo mismo ocurre en la penúltima foto que he puesto en el foro, que hay una hilera arriba de soldaduras y otras 2 abajo. En la foto de Dion, si nos vamos a esa misma placa por detrás, vemos cómo está la hilera de soldaduras que están un poco irregulares, la hilera de arriba están irregulares, y aparte, en las 2 de abajo a la izquierda, si veis en la foto, hay trabajo ahí y se han intentado pues adaptar los chips de la placa MVS, se ha hecho trabajo de adaptación para adaptar el MVS a la placa S. Esa es una de las...
Virtua saying that there are some, handwork that demonstrate that this game is an MVS conversion what is he saying?
Pero explícale dónde está, él eso, porque si le dices que no, que hay trabajo, pero no le explicas dónde está la diferencia, tienes que explicarle dónde está la placa.
Es que no lo veo porque solamente veo una
Joder, pues es que voy a tener que editarlas. Si me voy a salir y voy a volver a entrar y voy a ir al otro ordenador y voy a tener que empezar a marcarlas en rojo, pero es que esto me va a llevar muchísimo trabajo.
No, ya lo harás, tranquilo.
Vale, lo hacemos y lo
importante es que tú estás diciendo que estás viendo por las soldaduras.
Es que no solo por las soldaduras, hay muchísimas diferencias. Es evidente que es una placa. Yo lo tengo claro.
Saying that there are a lot of difference between the original PCB and your board. Wow.
Right.
Briefly.
For one, it's not my board.
Well,
todas las fotos que ha enviado al correo están ya subidas en el foro en el último mensaje que acabo de editar para que estén todas, ¿vale?
All the pictures are now in the spinecard.com forum.
Team.
Okay. Like I said, he's entitled to his opinion. We're not debating it anymore. So I'm not here for a debate. Stick with the manual, and that's it. But let a professional look at them. You have to let people that know what they're doing. And those, there's, like I said, I'm not the technical expert. I have a problem. Have people talk to. Well, I don't have to.
So you have outsourced, checking the plate for third-party company or third-party engineers that they have validate the legitimacy of the plate.
There are people in the community, like to say the universe. There's people there that can very well know people that know.
I can barely hear you, Dion.
And put it on another board, but I don't know anything about jumpers.
Sí, pero es que los jumpers están alterados también. Hay diferencias más en la parte trasera de las placas. Es evidente. Yo lo tengo clarísimo ya. Vamos. Yo lo tengo clarísimo.
Dion is not here for debating. He's claiming that the game is right. You're, stating that
I lost the sound.
Okay. I want only to say, Dion, that you need to look carefully, and I will give you. I will edit the pictures with mark in red, and I will send you back the pictures with the errors that but there are a lot of. I will need a lot of time to mark all the difference with real and original PCBs.
You don't have to. I don't really care. Remember, this has been looked at by people that are, a lot of other people. It's very hard to look at it over a photo. And if you send me something, it's going to be the same thing. It's just a photo. I could argue that yours looks funny. I could say something wrong with yours. I'm without seeing the game live in your hand, photos make it very difficult. I mean, you could do it, but I said we're not debating this. I wish we could see it in person, but I said other people have looked at this game already in person. I've mailed this to Chris. He showed it to other people. It's gone around, and these photos have gone around too, in much larger, of course, much larger. The original files are very, very big. Those have gone around to the professionals. So
we have a question from M4D from the chat that asks you about name the professional, name the person that has checked out the game. He's requesting you to say who is saying that the game is correct.
Wait, I lost the video.
You can hear me, Dion?
I can hear you, but no video.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you very well. So
okay, I want to say only that I don't wanna try to be funny. I really wanna that the game it's original. You know, I wanna that your game is original, but I can't say that it's original if I think that it's not. You know, it's not about it. It's not about it funny or not funny or be against you or not against you. It's only that I think that the game is not original. It's the thing that is. I can't say different. You know,
I understand completely, but another key issue is it's going to matter to the people that are going to buy the game. So,
bueno, pero es que, claro, pero es que
there's a lot of people that are jumping into this, and they're not even in the running. The people that are buying the game, trust me, they're going to do the same homework. They're going to have it inspected. They're probably going to send it to their experts too. That's why I said it's not. I mean, Juan, if you want to buy it, I'm more than happy to sell it to you. Then you can compare them yourself, and you can make a new report. It's like I said, it's, and I don't mean anything bad. It's just, it's very hard to see it by photo and by.
It's not hard with this picture, you know. It's totally different. It's so a lot of errors, you know. It's not a good copy. It's not a good copy.
Yeah, but do you make conversions yourself? Do you make them all the time?
No, I not make. I comparing original with conversion. I have a lot of pictures, and I have original games, and I study all the games and watching all the games during years and years. A lot of years ago, I start and I know what is the difference because I have pictures from original games. You know?
But again,
I can compare a lot.
Again,
yes, I have my game. Yes, tell me.
Juan, again, all you speak of is you have your pictures and you have your pictures. If you know someone in Spain.
No, I have the original in my hands. I have the original in my hands. No, I have the original in my hands.
I understand, but let me finish. If you know someone that knows how to do a conversion, that knows how, it's a little difficult to remove the chips, remove the solder, and put the new one on and have them even. If you know someone that does that, why don't you, as an experiment, try to do one time just to practice, so then you'll have a little more understanding.
It's difficult.
The point that can make a conversion is not a good argument to your code to be true, because the card could be fake or could be a good one, but you know.
Okay, but NCI is NCI. You know, the French makers. This board was made from these French people. You know, the sticker too and the manual too, because this manual I have in my hands and have the same errors that French manuals. You know, but NCA. This is they make good conversions because they solve the conversions very, very close to the original, but have a difference and have a lot of errors that they can't copy one by one. It's a copy. I think, and I am totally sure. If I needed to buy one Metal Slug, for sure I don't want to buy this, but you are the seller, and for sure the people if wanna buy, It's I don't know. I don't want to make one.
Just one moment, Dion. Sorry for getting around with the question, but some of people in the chat is asking you about the name of the person or the company that has validated the board.
That's remaining private. That person wants to come out and say it, just like with Juan saying, he shouldn't say that company in France is the one that made this manual. We don't know. We don't know for sure. We're not going to slander them or allege that they did anything. So it's to let those names be alone.
Es que vamos a ver, los jumpers están totalmente alterados de frente de la placa. Hay trabajo manual en frente de las placas. Es totalmente evidente que ese Metal Slug es fake. Hay un trabajo manual, fíjate que está hecho a mano. En la foto de Dion,
What is saying is that there is strong evidence about that the board is fake, and the jumpers of the board has been manipulated.
Sí, y os voy a decir dónde. En la foto de Dion, donde aparecen de frente las placas, donde aparece de frente las placas una al lado de la otra y arriba el cartucho abierto. En la placa de la derecha, en el centro de la placa, ahí vamos ahí, es que eso está hecho, pero vamos, es que eso está ahí a dolor, hecho ahí a mano a dolor, que se nota a leguas, vamos, no hay que ser, por favor, Oriol, céntrale y dile que dónde está. No sé si lo veis vosotros, la parte que digo yo. No sé si os dais cuenta cuál digo. Fijaros, en la última foto de Dion que está posteada en la que posteó, bueno, perdón, en la primera foto que posteó Solid Snake, en la placa de la derecha. Si ampliáis la placa de la derecha, justo en el centro de la placa, hay una alteración hecha a mano, que se ven a leguas, que no están uniformes y que están hechos ahí a mano. Si vemos eso más cerca, si vemos esa placa más cerca, esas soldaduras más cerca, eso canta a leguas, ya canta así con esta resolución, pues imagínate. Más cerca.
My question for you, VirtuaNEstor, is why do you know that your pictures are the right ones?
¿Cómo?
That's a good question, but I think Juan is making he might be making
porque vamos a ver, mis fotos son las buenas porque no hay ningún jumper alterado, porque no hay trabajo manual en ninguno de los jumpers, porque están todas las soldaduras limpias y esa placa que enseña Dion, están los jumpers alterados, hay trabajo de soldadura, hay soldaduras negras y poco uniformes, hay chips que no corresponden con las placas de juegos de Neo Geo. Bueno, es que es evidente, vamos.
Okay, además, I will try to translate. So he's claiming that so his game is the right one because there are no alterations in the jumpers, the board is clean,
not only my game and the other game that I put in the pictures. There are another game original too in the pictures. I didn't post only one game.
Two original ones. From Shin. Shin is the other owner of the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's comparing it on a different board. So the comparison right there, his comparison is already flawed. It's not the same comparison. He has a different character board. So I don't know how he can make these same conclusions. Juan, don't make the same mistake I did by insisting that this is real or not real.
No, vamos, es que...
You started all those threads on neogeo.com, and I'm reading your threads on the spine card where you're really just for no reason, this is even before you saw the pictures, you were already saying the game is fake. So I think now you're trying to just keep saying that the cartridge is fake.
Dion, it's fake. You know in your heart, you know?
Yes. You like
it's fake. It's in your heart and it's fake for sure. For sure it's fake, but it's not any doubt, you know? It's 100% fake.
I'm not arguing with you, but you're comparing it to your cartridge has a different board. So...
No, because vamos a ver, para que traduzca Oriol, los cartuchos, se conoce la existencia de estas dos variaciones de placa, que solamente es del color, es decir, básicamente las placas son las mismas y el trabajo de factoría, el trabajo de fábrica es el mismo. Se conocen las dos porque, vamos, hay diferentes ventas conocidas ya desde hace muchos años, porque esto llevo ya coleccionando desde el año 2004 y ya comparando juegos con fotografías y tal, y se conocen esas dos variaciones de las placas en los juegos de Metal Slug japoneses, vamos, es que es conocido ya en el mundillo y, vamos, es una de las cosas conocidas.
Aparte, there are two main boards in the original Neo Geo Metal Slug games that are, I don't know the numbers of the plate, but there are two main boards that are considered original.
No son dos, simplemente es el color. Las placas son las mismas, pero lo único que diferencia es el color de los conectores, que uno es blanco y el otro es verde, pero son iguales.
You want to say
stop? I'm not going to keep playing like this if people are talking. If you ask me a question, let me answer it. Who says there's two boards? Who says there's two official or legit boards?
Virtua, no voy a contestar yo.
¿Qué dice? ¿Qué? Perdona, es que estoy leyendo los comentarios.
¿Quién dice que hay dos placas?
No, yo no digo que haya dos placas, sino que hay una variación, una pequeña variación en las placas que es de color a la hora de los conectores, donde están los conectores
He's saying that
situados.
there is one
Ese es
board,
solo,
two different
pero,
colors. There is a slight variation in the green of the board, but it's the
sí,
same.
pero no me refiero a la de Dion, me refiero solo a los originales que he mostrado yo. Para que he mostrado esos dos originales para que se viese.
He's talking about the original games.
Yes.
There's only one board with two, let's say, two kind of colors, variation of colors.
Oh, so
Además,
so now according to him, there's one board with two different colors, and that makes it official or original. Yet there can't be on a different character board. Juan, you're getting so angry. It has really. We're here to just one thing.
No, he's not angry. He's like that.
No worry. I appreciate, Dion, I appreciate. La gente en el chat está diciendo que la placa de Dion, porque es que yo no lo logro ver, porque se ve un poco borroso y la gente lo ve un poco borroso. En la placa de Dion pone SNK Copyright, en la placa de la derecha, 1998. Es lo que está destacando la gente, pero a mí me parece un 5, a mí me parece un 5. Pero la gente dice,
yo se lo iba a preguntar justo ahora. Dion, can you take a look at one of the boards of the cartridge, because the crowd is saying that the year of fabrication could be 1998, and can you confirm that, please?
I'm not understanding.
Oriol, ¿me oís?
Perdona, vuelve a repetirlo, por favor.
Yeah, the audience is claiming about maybe in one of the cards of your cartridge, maybe the year of fabrication could be 1998, because the year of fabrication of the two other cards.
What he's saying is that one of the boards that you showed, the manufacturing year, it seems to be 1998, but I don't think it's an 8, it's a 5. I don't know. It seems a 5.
Está complicado verlo, está un poco borroso. Pero bueno, que eso no... Vamos a ver, si pone un 8, obviamente, claro, es un poco... ya no hay más que discutir, ¿no? Si pone un 8. Pero
luego, ¿quién dice que el 8 no sea verdadero?
No, el 8 no puede ser verdadero porque las placas son de 1995, todas las originales, no se han visto otras.
No, I think it's a 5. It's 95.
Parece un 5, lo que pasa es que tal. Lo que pasa es que yo quiero que os centréis yo específicamente, y no lo has comentado, Dion, quiero que os centréis, por favor, en esa zona donde se ve claramente que es trabajo de mano y las soldaduras están mal hechas. Yo creo que ya es la prueba evidente de que las soldaduras están alteradas, aparte de un montón de jumpers que están alterados, vamos, pero es que ahí se ve efectivamente un trabajo chapucero en la placa. Y yo creo que vamos, que yo no quiero parecer aquí que Dion, lo primero es...
It says 1995.
Okay. 1995. Okay.
Sí, pero bueno,
last statement from VirtuaNEStor, he's saying that it's it's a botch job, the jumpers are altered and the board is completely fake. Well, I think that we are not going ahead with this and saying Dion is saying that the board is legit, and you are saying that the board is a fake one. I think that now the buyers and the public must decide.
I could show a game right now. I could show a...
Sí, por favor. Efectivamente, yo también lo voy a mostrar y quiero que lo muestre Dion también. Me encantaría que lo mostrase, porque yo voy a mostrar aquí la zona que quiero que se muestre. This board, Dion, this board, and take please this, wait a second, these jumpers, please, this board.
No se te ve nada, ¿eh? Ahora.
¿Cómo no se me ve? Por favor, esos jumpers, eso es trabajo de fábrica, esos están todos alineados, eso es trabajo de fábrica. Por favor, Dion, esa placa, this board, and please, these jumpers, Dion, please.
I see. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I see.
Okay, okay. You need to take your cartridge, look at this board like this, and please look this. Look this and look your cartridge, please. It's clear. A ver, para que nos escuchen los españoles, iros a las fotos, mirar esta placa que tiene este dibujo, no, es esta placa, es única. Ir y mirar estos jumpers, esta zona de aquí, compararla con la placa de Dion. Y ya me decís si está handmade o está. ¿Lo estáis viendo vosotros, Oriol y Solid?
Yeah,
Sí, claro.
Sí, lo estáis viendo. Joder, es que es evidente. Es una cosa que es evidente.
But you know, we are going to a dead end. So you have your reason. You are showing the board. You're claiming that this is original. The other one is fake. But okay. I think the public must decide. I think that's the end of the story.
I think I'm understanding what, and I'm looking at that particular board that he's saying, and it looks sloppy. Now, I think he's confusing. There looks like there's, even below the jumpers to the right, to the left, there looks like some dirt or looks like a glue or something. But I don't know if he knows about this, but if the jumpers were wrong, the game would not work. So
no, vamos, it not works like this, Dion. Don't work like this. They take the MBS cartridge and they convert to AES, and they use these changes. They use the machine to change the boards. No sé decirlo. I can't explain in English because it's technical words, you know. Pero ellos usan todos esos materiales, la máquina de soldar, y alteran esos jumpers y alteran eso manualmente para que se adapte al cartucho de AES y para que se pueda correr en una consola, no para que no funcione.
The people who is performing the conversion, they're having weldering machines and they can do that, so they are changing the jumpers and adapting the MVS chips to the new board. So this work can be done.
I understand that, but he's saying those jumpers are wrong. If they were wrong, they wouldn't work. But I understand what he's looking at because I see that what looks like something was spilled, but it looks like it was spilled even on different parts. But I'm not debating this anymore. Even if I could show a game, what could I show? I could show real about special boards, and you'll probably say it was something wrong with it. Remember, SNK had a good quality control, so I'm not going to debate these if the board is dirty or if the jumper setting is wrong. I'm not an engineer. These have already been looked at. Nothing. These are machine solder. So I said we're not here to debate that. Remember, if you want to talk about maybe anything else or why people want to just act the way they do and post pictures of me. I mean, that's why we would, like you were asking about why things get deleted. Well, look how people act. They're just going to post pictures. Someone wants to know about my clothing. If I wear suits or if I wear Versace. What is that? Why does that matter? What motorcycle I have? None of that is important to the conversation. But I enjoy seeing it. I enjoy seeing these funny, people posting pictures, old or even some pictures of me when I was in 1989. We're talking almost 30 years ago. So, like I said, this has nothing to do with
Dion. It's not. I am talking not about you. I am talking about Metal Slug only, and only about the boards. This is the thing that I wanna say. I'm not talking about you. I never talk in this podcast about you. I only talk about the boards. Okay, and I think honestly, I think because I can't lie you. The most appreciated thing that I do for you is to say you the truth and to be honest with you. And I think really is fake cartridge.
Okay, but I appreciate your concern. I mean, you are free to think that way. but I don't want to keep arguing about this back and forth.
Hmm.
You're entitled to your opinion. We've provided pictures, everyone, see, and I knew this is exactly what's going to happen. You're going to ask me for pictures of the manual. We show pictures of the manual, or let me see pictures of the board. It's never ending. And right now, even as Oreo said, it's not going to end. Religion versus science, it will never end. So, the science wants to prove with facts, religion you base on faith. And like my favorite line that I told you before, sometimes you follow your heart. If your heart says this is fake, that's okay. I can't change your mind.
It's not my heart, it's your pictures. Not my heart, your pictures that say it's fake. Not my heart.
The other people have seen the photos and they think other people have held it in their hand. So it matters to the person that, so if someone bought it and they weren't happy with it, you send it back. We offer, everyone knows who I am, everyone knows who Chris is. We have our guarantees. So all the other people talking about it, it has nothing to do with them.
I think your dog is quite angry.
Yeah. Hold on one minute.
I have here a question from the chat. I think it's an interesting question. It's from M4D. And he says, I can stay, please ask him if it's hand soldered, is it genuine? And how to recognize a true King of Fighters 2000.
Well, see, that's a whole nother thing entirely. Those are all official, legitimate cartridges. We know where this came from. This came from France. They were buying the Japanese King of Fighters, and they were to match the English. So you can never tell by looking at the game. So that's that's very sad. Because even SNK, they did the same thing. Japanese is the same as Magician Lord English. It's just the artwork is different. So if someone is up for King of Fighters 2000 name, there's a person by the, I'll say his real name, but online he uses the name like 8-Man or something. He had purchased one that was fake, and he's a well-known collector. You won't know by looking at the games, by looking at the artwork. They did a really good job on the insert and manual, but only when you can compare the two side by side can you see the differences. Now, if anyone is selling a King of Fighters 2000 without the authentication, it's more than likely, you can be sure, because if someone has the real one, they will send it in to us for us to authenticate it and give a name and a number, and so we know where it comes from. And I see another online store, every other month he has another King of Fighters 2000, whether it's water damage or something different. I don't know where he's getting them all the time. No one says anything about that, but that's another story. But the solder, you can't. They just take the Japanese one and put new English artwork. Finish.
I can barely hear you, Dion. I think there are some.
¿Puedo hablar, Oriol?
Sí.
Did you hear what I said, sir?
No. I lost you
Okay.
like in 10 seconds that I cannot hear anything.
Juan, were you able to hear it?
Please go ahead.
Esas placas son buenas, ¿eh?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, the question was about how to tell the soldering job on a King of Fighters 2000. And I said, unfortunately, you cannot. What we're doing is they would take the Japanese King of Fighters 2000 and put English packaging on it. So you can't tell by the solder. And SNK did the same thing. Magician Lord, Japanese is the same as Magician Lord English. They just the artwork has changed. One is selling a King of Fighters 2000 and does not have authentication. You should not believe it, because if someone really had it and they want to sell and get more money, they would send it to us for us to give us all the certificates and name it and number it. Like I see another store online, every month or 2 months they have another King of Fighters 2000, whether it's damaged or water damaged or smoke infested. So how do these people keep getting it? Someone is, and we had people buy from there and send us, and we said it's fake. So very hard to tell, but you cannot tell by the soldering job. You have on the King of Fighters 2000, you have to look at the art, but the art is really a good job. The only way you would know is if you have a real one to compare it with. Almost like with any of the games, you need to almost have real always to compare together.
Understood. Dion, you can hear me?
Yes.
I think I have a good news for you, because Saturnino is joining us. Saturnino is our technical expert, and he's saying that the board and the weldering is okay, and the cartridge is legit. So we have quite diverse opinions here. In this table, we have different guests, we have different opinions. So
that's why I said we're not going to debate it, because it's never going to end. You really have to see the game person. It's very hard, and it's very hard over the computer and the cameras. You have to see it in person. And even so, look, we have there's one thing, there's another. Always going to be different, something to talk about. So
no, with these pictures, it's very easy to say. With these pictures, with this fake cartridge, it's very easy to say. It's good. It's good board. It's good board for Fatal Fury. Sí, dime. Pero te advierto una cosa antes de que digas nada, Víctor. Va a haber gente que va a comprar este cartucho, ¿eh? Va a haber gente. Este cartucho se va a poner a la venta.
No, te voy a decir una cosa.
Dímelo.
Yo de pegatinas no tengo ni pajolera idea. Ni de insert, ni de hostias.
Y de placas tampoco.
Y puedo asegurar que esas placas,
sí.
el que ha soldado, si eso lo ha soldado, eso está soldado a máquina, tío. Eso
sí,
ahí
hombre,
he puesto un soldador ni de coña. Ni de coña, ¿eh?
¿Has comparado lo que te digo? ¿Has comparado las imágenes que he puesto yo anteriormente? ¿Has comparado?
Esas soldaduras están soldadas a máquina.
Bueno, sí, a
máquina. Try to speak in English, so Dion, they started discussing about the game, and Saturn is saying that he's completely the game is completely for real, that the weldering are not handmade, are from a weldering machine. So
but that's what I said. Juan, now for no reason, instead of he's a pig, he just goes, "Oh, fake cartridge." That's not fair. Oh, we got Santorini saying it's real, but I said we've already inspected it, and we're not debating that. I'm going to argue with you. I don't want him to make an accusation.
Okay, Dion. I think there is a debate, but I think is you have show your proofs, and Virtua has explained his opinion about that. So I think there are two sides, and people must choose wherever they think about. So that's the deal. So I want to make you one more question, if you let me go through.
Sure.
In the buyout package, you were selling a lot of very expensive games. That, for example, Fupapa, Irritating Maze. So these games that I think that you have the rights for these games. They are you consider that stuff original, or they are just conversions? Could you please explain that?
Does my word matter right now? They're official games we've said for 20 years. We've paid the rights. We have the license. These were even the debate now. You know, do I consider ADK games, the games made by ADK, any different? Games on the Neo Geo system on MVS. Yes, we paid for that. We have the rights. It's on a list from Playmore. What's the debate? You guys not even? Do people not even accept Playmore's word when it comes to us? Like, these games are official. These games were done with the authorization of SNK. I mean, a question like that. Ask Playmore.
Ask Claymore. Okay, that's. I think that's my. Well, I have another question. I think that we have spent like almost 2 hours in this debate. It has been great to have you here. It has been great to, to debate and to hear what people are saying, and of course hear your explanations and check out the photos. I think it has been great to have you here. I will remember you, and I'm going to remember you that you promised us in the first podcast we have with you, you will send some signed inserts. One was for my Neo Turf Masters. I hope and you will remember that, because
I remember. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I honestly, I forgot. It's been so long. You should have sent me an email to remind me.
Man,
I apologize. Wasn't I supposed to send one to one and every? I'm very, very sorry. I forgot. You next, if you don't hear, send me an email. Say, hey, you remember.
yeah, because I have a big problem because I have a conversion of Big Tournament Golf.
Oriol, tengo una pregunta acá en el chat para Saturnino.
Sí.
Para Saturnino, dice Sergio Sánchez, sin bromas, el hombre que arregla las teles de mi pueblo hace soldaduras más curiosas que las que hay en el cartucho de nuestro amigo. Es lo que está... y no le falta razón, y no le falta razón.
A ver, os voy a decir una cosa. Yo ya te he vuelto a repetir que yo de manuales, o sea, no te puedo certificar que el manual ni el insert sea original. Pero esas placas parecen ser, o sea, directamente parecen buenas, aparte de que es que parecen que las placas son una revisión. Que escúchame, Virtua, me caso que posiblemente te estés equivocando, tío.
No, es que parecen del Fatal Fury 3. Que es que si te buscan las del Fatal Fury 3, seguramente tengan el mismo contorno de dibujo, porque estas no tienen ni el contorno de dibujo del Fatal Fury 3.
Tenemos un debate en castellano, pero no, es que si no lo puedo traducir.
Es increíble, es increíble.
Just they are discussing about a game because there's a person in the chat that says that, no jokes, man who is fixing TVs in my village is able to perform better welding work than your cartridge. That's they were commenting on that.
It could be true. It could be true. SNK was not a very good technical company. They made a lot of mistakes, so they're probably a person that can fix toasters, do some of their electrical work.
Now, I was saying before that I have a big problem because I have a conversion of the Big Tournament Golf. So with your insert, this game will become legit. So I expect to receive the insert. So really great. But
because we have the magic touch. So once we touch it, it's legit. It's all official.
Okay, I think that it has been a great time talking with you, Dion.
Oriol,
we have, yeah.
Does your turf matches have a sticker?
Yeah, and a sticker and a VS conversion. Yes.
Well, if you want to send the whole game to me, I think we have a difficulty sending the insert because the insert is too big. I don't think you want me to roll it, or of course you're not to bend it. But I don't know if you want to send the cartridge.
Yeah, I will send you the. Yeah, I will send you the game. No problem.
You can send me the game. I can put I can do like I can put the NGF sticker on the side, and be sure I promise I can send everything for you, for Juan, for everyone else. You know, the letters that I promised last time. I'm sorry that I forgot.
After
Juan,
after this podcast, he won't send me nothing to me. But I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you.
No, I think
I
it's
have
different. I think it's different.
It's Juan. It's no problem to talk. I have no problem with you. It's more fun. I said we're all
Yes,
adults.
okay. Me neither. Me neither. I'm very happy always to talk with you.
And like I said, if I need some help, maybe I call you. It's always good to have a different opinion.
Don't worry. You can call me wherever you wanna. It's a pleasure always to talk with you.
No, but this is a good thing. It's always good to have another opinion, especially a skeptic. Someone who's thinking.
Maybe after this podcast, I need to apologize, or maybe you know, who knows? But it's great to talk about these things always, you know.
It's fun. It's fun. Things happen, but just like I said, after the podcast, remind me for the letter, or Oriole, if you're sending your games, also remind me what I was to give you everything that I said. Juan, it's been a pleasure talking with you by the telephone. I love hearing your reasoning. I love your debates. Venturini, everyone, I appreciate everything. I enjoy it. It's fun. I will eventually have more views coming in the Geo Freak Facebook page. We'll post them. Probably everyone will be more arguing back and forth. 50% will say yes, 50% say no. But there's still more news and more excitement to come.
I think I think the best thing here is that 20 years after, we are still talking and still debating about Neo Geo, and I think this is the best thing. And you know, on top of if the game is legit or not, I don't know if you agree with me, but I'm happy to.
I do, but you got to always remember, the Neo Geo is not just about one game. You know, like I said, even with our for sale post, there was many other games, and people are still very curious about those games. I think that people were just trying to they were happy to see. So some people, they're so negative that they want everyone else to be negative, and then when someone makes a mistake, instead of helping them, they just attack. So, but I did put my foot in my mouth. I made a big mistake, and then, you know, it made me look bad. But in the beginning, because people were arguing, now I think it was actually the best thing that can happen. It showed that we are human. We can make a mistake. We didn't scam anyone. If I wanted to keep continuing with the sale, I would have just went and got 7,000. But I immediately canceled the sale. I immediately came forward and said, there's a problem with manual. The manual is a reproduction. And I think now we've gained so many more friends, so many more people that are happy, that said we're honest people. I said, this was a very good thing to happen. And now it'll make us not be so, it'll make us take more time to look at everything more carefully before we say something is original or authentic, or before we give our authentication. Because I do think we started to not look too carefully. We just thought we knew everything, and we didn't know everything. At least I didn't. And I'm man enough to admit that I made a mistake. That's why I made my post. And I think this was the best thing that could happen. We got a lot of free publicity, more people talking about us. He said, it's been 17 years since we did the King of Fighters 2000. The system is over. So now Neo Geo Freak NGF is making the big headlines. And I said it was the best thing that could have happened for Honor. And now you're going to see that Metal Slug ASLF is going to be back for sale, and we'll see who the lucky owner will be.
Okay, guys, I think it's it's over. Yeah, it's time to go to bed. Well, not in Las Vegas because the thing is.
Quiero dejar una cosa clara. Quiero decir una última cosa. Estoy investigando a ver de qué juego puede venir esa conversión del Metal Slug o qué placas se pudieron utilizar. Y en concreto estoy mirando a ver. Yo es que no sé si se puede hacer a través de este juego, pero creo que se ha hecho con un Art of Fighting 2. Porque estoy ahora comparando las placas del Art of Fighting 2 y corresponde la placa que nos enseña Dion con el Art of Fighting 2. ¿No? Sí, efectivamente, es el M1, sí. Sí, parece corresponder con la placa del Art of Fighting 2.
He's thinking about that the original board is from Art of Fighting 2. Art of Fighting 2. But anyway, I don't want to go deeper into this debate. Of course, Dion, feel free to register in spinecard.com and and post everything, anything you desire.
He's saying Art of Fighting. I think it has more chips than that. I think it had more.
Art of Fighting 2. Art of Fighting 2.
Yeah, I think it had more chips. I'm not sure. I don't care. I don't like the boards, but I think it had more chips.
Art of Fighting 2. Sí, tiene más chips.
Vamos a volver ahora. Ya habrá tiempo para el debate después de este podcast.
Smaller chips, but more of them.
Una placa parecida. Bueno, es igual. No lo vamos. Se termina.
Okay, so thank you, Dion, for being our special guest tonight. We are really happy to debate with you, and we are always open to if you wanted to come to any podcast. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for people who has followed us on live and who will download the MP3 podcast. I think it has been a great night. Neo Geo is still alive, and Neo Geo, I want to say that Neo Geo will live forever if the people is arguing and is debating about the system. So thank you, everybody. Thank you to the public, and hope to see you next time. Okay?
Yeah, well, I'm sure there will be something new to come up. And
for sure.
Okay, nice to talk with you and with everybody. And bye-bye. No?
Thank you very much, and bye-bye. See you next time.
Buenas noches.
Venga, hasta luego.
Bye-bye.
Buenos noches. Everyone, take care. It was my pleasure to speak with you. And until next time, and like I said, don't just contact me if it's only for us, for Neo Geo Freak. If there's something strange happening from anywhere, maybe we discuss the new productions, the new manuals, different subjects. It doesn't always have to be what NGF is doing. Maybe we could be where we answer.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dion, and see you soon. I hope so.
Thank you very much, Dion.
Take care.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.